What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Man Cave, where we give our opinion on just about everything. Man, it's good to see y'all again. We want to give a little bit of an apology for the long draw, but people have stuff to do for the end of the summer. Life happens, but we should be back on track. But if you
I
really
shot
wanted to
four
know the truth,
people.
you said what? What?
I shot four people.
You gonna get enough of saying stuff like that.
I had to shoot four people. This is why I was absent. I'm sorry.
But
My
I
excuse
mean,
ain't that bad.
They deserved it though.
if you really want to know the truth, it's all Art's fault anyway. All right, so look, uh, we are, we are back on the block, and we got this topic that we're gonna explore. That's not gonna be really famous. This is not gonna be one of those things that women are gonna appreciate, but we got to talk about this, man. So I heard a stat that said between 80 and 90% of divorces are initiated by women. I just heard a stat that says, I think they said 45% of prenups are overwritten, right? Like it doesn't pan out the way it's written. The judge just says, no, we're gonna kill that. And then I hear what 55%. I'm maybe having that wrong, but there's another percentage of men who have to file bankruptcy because of child support. Now, I'm not. Let me give this little caveat here. In light of all of that, and I'm not talking about the guys who deserve to be on child support for abandoning their children. None of that. I'm not talking about a guy who deserves to be um, giving his wife spousal support because he abandoned his wife. I'm talking about guys who are in divorce court simply because this woman just decided she ain't happy no more.
Uh, wasn't that Tyrese?
Yes. And so my question is, which is the topic of the show, what is the benefit to marriage for men these days? Now, let me just give it one more thing. Let me just say one more thing. There are benefits. There's tax benefits, right?
Yeah, there's tax
There's
benefits, all
tax
right.
benefits, right? Then I'm just being real. There's a sexual release that won't get God mad at, right? You get to be a part of two families if they're really good families. That's a good thing. But other than that, I need somebody to tell me the benefits of getting married nowadays. All right. If you had to do it all over again in the climate that it is now, would you do it?
In today's climate,
Yes.
oh yeah, I would get married.
You would? Okay. So what's the benefit for you?
I mean, it, in today's climate, the way these young women are now in America, I would not marry them, but I would get married.
Okay. Okay, but what if the marriage goes, somebody probably got two computers on. Um
Oh,
so what if somebody decided what if your wife decided, I'm not happy, I'm leaving. And that's a rabbit hole that you've got to fall through.
You say what if she say what? Hold on, let me lean in. You say what if she say what?
What if she says, I ain't happy no more. I'm unhappy and I'm leaving. And
For real?
I'm just saying, not over some serious stuff like abuse or cheating. It's just y'all have personality conflicts, and she's tired of going through personality conflicts, and she decided to leave.
Well, she would have to try and figure out whether she was gonna walk out or limp out. Cause them feet is staying with me. Them feet is staying with me.
Seriously though, seriously, what is the benefit once that marriage goes wrong?
This is what happens.
What do
this
you
is
have?
The benefit. Okay. This is the benefit of marriage, right? You get to share your life with someone that you care about deeply, and y'all can share ideas and create memories, right? And y'all can make beautiful children. You know, you might have to beat them a little bit, but you can make some beautiful children. And you can come together on plans for the future and grow old together and fall out at the same time at the end.
Okay, so my question to you is, what if it goes bad? She wants a divorce. Who do you have to benefit you? It going down the divorce trail.
If she wants a divorce, the only thing I can say, first thing came to my mind was, till death do we part.
Right.
So, you know, she can't leave.
Oh, they can leave in today's side. That's why I got the word nowadays.
No, she can't leave.
What do you mean she can't leave?
No, she can't leave. She can't leave me and expect to go have a good, fulfilling life. No.
I mean, what? How you gonna stop
her? Don't you answer that?
Do you not know who you're talking to?
Do not answer that. Do not answer that.
Hey, you ever seen Harlem Nights?
What part?
The pinky toe.
Oh Lord. Well, she's definitely gonna get a divorce from you. But I'm just saying, Art, if you were a well-to-do husband, taking care of your children, y'all just having personality conflicts, which happens in every marriage, and she just decided to call it quits. You don't have a judge on your side. You don't have an attorneys on your side. You don't even have a court clerk on your side. Everything is coming down on you.
That's why you got to keep a pistol on your side.
I'm being serious, man. I'm being serious. What would be the advantage of getting married when you know if she decides to leave, everybody's going to give her everything?
Well, when you put it like that, you know, you definitely got everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
In that instance. But this is why, if that's the case, she's going to have to leave something behind when she leaves. I'm telling you, she's going to leave something behind. She's going to leave a toe, a foot.
What? Come on,
because
man.
if I ain't gonna have shit, if you're gonna leave and take every damn thing, damn it, I need something back. I need something.
Okay, so the courts are not set up for her to leave nothing. It's just she just pulled out everything, and you have to go back several times to prove your point. And even when you prove your point, she almost has to admit wrongdoing for it to be, you to get anything.
I mean, to be honest with you, your ass is just grass. That's it.
So again, I'm asking, what's the benefit?
With that, how you laid that out, there is no benefit to being married if it turned out like that, right? But I'm feeling like the question is really like, well, what is the benefit if you get divorced, so to speak? Because if you married and stay married, then the benefit is just that in itself. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, I can't ask what's the benefit in divorce because there's no benefit in divorce. I'm asking you, what's the benefit of marriage? Because that forces the man to have to do what he has to do to stay away from divorce. Because if it goes to divorce for any old silly reason, man, are you up a creek?
Well, ain't much you can do. I mean, if she can just walk the hell out just because the toilet wasn't clean that day, then I mean, what can you do? right? Ain't nothing you can
Right.
do. And
But my question is, how can you get any kind of benefit from it? Like, I know
I
plenty
would
of
say the
divorce.
children. I would say the children.
Okay,
That'd be the benefit.
Okay, even then you get to see them on less days than she does. Off the top, less days than she does. You paying all the money, and you get to see them 3 days or less.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you, man. You driving a hard case here.
That's what I'm trying to make you
No
think.
matter
That's the
how I
point.
try and find the silver lining, you keep fucking it up. Okay. So now there's nothing else I can do but to say, in today's age,
There is no benefit.
being married may
There is
not
none.
work out.
Yes,
There
I put
is
it like
none.
that, huh?
it may not work out. You're right.
It may not
But-
work out,
but-
and
You see, and that's my whole point in this is to say this is what makes men think long and hard before they do this stuff, man.
Mhm.
Because we got everything to lose. Now, if there was some loss on both sides, then both of them would think twice about just getting married. But because the woman really don't lose much, she could just make a decision and be like, "I'm out." Because I was told, well, if you don't give me money, like I was withholding money, if you don't give me money, I'll divorce you and take it. Is it that easy? Is it that easy?
I guess they believe it is, and they probably heard enough stories to believe anything can happen.
At the beginning, that was true, but toward the end, she kind of, bit the bullet. So Keela, of course, is always on the opposite spectrum. Says, how do Christian men ask this question? Easy, because a whole bunch of Christian men have been through the ringer. We done been
Yeah,
through
just
that
because just because you believe in God, don't mean the woman gonna act different.
ringer. Right, and that don't mean that judge is gonna believe in God.
Yeah, they say in God we trust, but shit,
And that's on money only. So that's
Mhm.
but I'm saying, I didn't talk to this is and I come up with this. I talked to different men, and Kelly, you agree with me. You said you've been saying a lot of the things that I've heard men say.
Mhm.
Being married while in the marriage is great, but there's gonna be some bumps in the road.
Yes.
But when those bumps in the road, and I'm not talking, okay, so let me just say this. I ain't talking about abuse. I ain't talking about mental abuse, physical abuse. I ain't talking about
You always gotta make
cheating.
that disclaimer, right?
Yeah, because everybody will go back to their own experiences. I ain't talking about cheating. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm just talking about personality conflicts. Like you said, the toilet ain't clean. I'm tired of cleaning this toilet. I'm out of here. And so what's stopping that cycle of her leaving? Judge is giving her everything. You got kids? Oh, he's going to pay for that. Oh, you need mediation to separate property? Oh, yeah, he going to pay for that. How do you benefit? So look, Keela says, my point is, you say you strictly live by the Bible. This shouldn't even be a question for a believer like that. Oh, okay. Well,
Let me respond to that.
ask all them men that has been through the ringer that's believers.
Let me respond to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because you know God exists,
Mhm.
don't mean you don't know bullshit when you see it.
Right.
Okay. So how can we ask these questions? It's because it's day-to-day bullshit we deal with.
Yeah.
Knowing God and loving God and trying not to sin and do stupid shit
Mm-hmm.
at the same time.
At the same
And a
time.
lot of times these type of relationships cause us to lose faith in God and cut heads off and all that kind of crazy stuff.
Okay.
You hear about the man in Jamaica? You hear about the Jamaican man?
Mm-mm.
His wife had 6 kids that wasn't his. He found out and cut her head off.
I heard about that.
Okay. Well, let's keep it in the context of the United States divorce court system. Because that's probably the Jamaican court system. Jamaican justice. So
Hey, look, they go to court and like, and them his kids, and they like, no, cut her head off.
So of course, Keela, you know, she ain't never saw a fight. She ain't want to jump in. So she
That's right.
says, but you married the bull crap.
See, she coming at it from the wrong direction. See, now it's getting emotional. Okay,
Yeah.
now it's getting emotional. This is a simple conversation about men's issues as it pertains to being married and the concerns that young men definitely have today with the small pool of marriageable women.
Yes.
And the question is, which is a very simple question, which every man should discuss, especially with younger men these days, is, well, what is your benefit? What are you really gonna get? You marry this woman, she might be thinking the wrong thing and then up and leave your ass, and then what? These are things that we should talk about, just like women always talk about. Well, you know, how much money he got, girl, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, how long in this ding dang and all this other stuff. Y'all got y'all concerns, and we got ours.
Yes, and that's a major one, because
For real.
if a man has worked all his life to set up something to bring a wife into his life, and then for her to just make a snap decision and he lose it,
Yeah,
that's
no,
something wrong with that, man.
that's not good at all.
Yeah,
This is why I got to get that pinky toe on the way out. If you going, leave that toe.
Well,
all right, Art. Here we go again. She said, Art, how do you know? You've been married for 50 years? Then she
Shit,
said,
feel like it. Feel like it.
sounds like you're living in fear.
I'm not living in fear. I ain't got no problem because I'm getting that pinky toe, so I'm cool.
But my whole
Okay.
point is, and Kelly, jump in here, man. My whole point is, it's just unfair that if there was consequences on both sides, where she was like, I need to think about this, because if I leave, anything other than abuse, okay, gotta keep saying that, because somebody's listening to this and they went through some abuse and it's kind of, you know, messing with the head that I said this. But if it's other than abuse, come on, man, come on.
Till death do you part.
Yeah. So Naomi says, what's up? Hey, Naomi, welcome to the show.
what's
I
up?
was trying to get you to be on the show.
Come
Naomi.
on in, Nate.
I was trying to get you to be on the show, not a participant.
Come on in, Nate. Come on in. Send her a link or something.
So
I'm sorry, I got interruptions over here. Okay,
yeah, I got you.
grandchild is in the house.
I hear you.
You got that cute one? You got that baby over there, huh?
Grandchild is in the house. But
Okay,
She talking good nowadays.
too much.
Maddie says, in today's society, you have to be careful who you marry.
Thank
Court one another, and with time, one will find out much about each other if you do not want rose-colored glasses on. Yeah. So
Yeah, if you do not have roll color. Yeah, I mean,
And-
yeah, of course, it's always that, you know, you don't just jump out there and do nothing stupid.
okay.
But we talking about these days.
Mhm.
And people these days, they think that the baby come before you even know the man. You don't even know the nigga name. Like, I don't know who the daddy is, but, you know,
Mhm.
they do that. And then 10 years down the line, they say, okay, now I want a husband.
Mhm.
I want a stepdaddy for this motherfucker here, and I want a husband.
But it ain't supposed to work like that.
It's just so backwards.
Yeah.
And then these whoremongering punk boys out here giving it up, knocking them up, saying, yeah, it's cool, however you want it.
Mhm.
Not taking charge and being the man in the house, saying, hey, babe, do it however you want to do it. Then I don't want to be responsible.
Mhm.
You know?
So let me ask this to the ladies in the group, Maddie, Keela, Naomi, and whoever else is listening. Do you feel like you guys got it easy in a divorce? Do you feel like it's easier for you? Of course, I know the answer is going to be no. But do you think, her better question is, do you think you got it easier than us? Answer that question. I can.
No, that's definitely too hard. So you just stuck with the first one.
Yeah. So Maddie says, though I am divorced, I had my parents as an example of a successful marriage. There were bumps in the road, of course, but they were married for 40 years before my mom passed. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about is a great benefit, but both her parents decided we're not going to just give up on this marriage. We're talking about these shallow people who find some stupid reason, small reason,
Yep.
to walk out on something
Selfish.
monumental as marriage.
Selfishness.
Right.
That's what it is. At its core, it's selfishness.
Yeah. So Naomi, I don't know which question. The topic is what benefit is there to marriage for men nowadays? But the question I asked was, do you women think that you have it easier in a divorce than us men? That's my question for you.
You be thinking they be lighting this board up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even see no question marks on it.
No, I just think it's gonna be long answers, but
Oh, lot of air, a lot of long-winded air. Huh?
yeah. So
Mhm.
but I agree with Maddie when she said that she knows what a successful marriage is. But okay, so Naomi says yes, but I don't know what you're saying yes to, Naomi. Do you think you guys have it easier than us?
I think that's what you're saying. That they got it easier than we do.
Yeah, but now that you said yes, don't you think that's unfair? And now can you see why men are kind of squeamish about marriage? Because we're like, if it goes south, I just take a huge hit.
Can I drop something on y'all real quick, man?
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in the day, man, you had a few guarantees. Even before you got married to the woman, when you decided maybe you liked her, you wanted to court her, you had some guarantees back in the day, right? Like you could almost, guarantee she was a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can almost guarantee that she comes from good stock. You know, but now it's like everything that's available don't even meet that mark at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I say, the young guys, you know, they got to try and figure out what am I going to really choose from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
And it makes the whole marriage thing harder because now, you know, the girl, she been out there and she done had 45 of them already. Okay, she had 45 of them. She can't even bond her husband properly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then they get divorced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and some women use divorce as income. They just get married to get divorced.
I know someone doing that right now as we speak.
And it's a game.
Yeah.
I mean, you have, but I mean, you won't pay the price on earth because America lets you get by with it. But you made a vow to God, and God's gonna be like, okay, what's up with this vow? Because vows are vows; they're not promises. They can be broken.
This take me back to that one TikTok when the man up there with the wife and the pastor say, and to obey, and she look up like, what? We didn't talk. What do you mean obey? And he like, well, we talked about this.
Yeah.
She acting like, Yeah. And I'm saying to myself, right then, you stopped the wedding.
Yeah.
They went on through.
Yes.
The husband standing there looking like, well, I guess if she don't want to obey, y'all will be divorced in 5 years.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that, and that lies on the man. It's a problem with the men nowadays.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna get into that, Kelly. So Naomi says, yes, it's no different than child support. Both are unfair to men. Thank God to hear a woman say that. Maddie says it can be biased in divorce court proceedings in favor of the woman. Yes, Maddie. That's what I'm saying. And my whole point is that it's unfair. Nobody's doing anything about it. But the first thing, you know, they encourage you to do is find the legislators that's making these laws like this and vote these people out. But, you know, you don't even know these legislators that's writing this stuff. You don't even know these legislative people that's doing this stuff.
Well, you know what they done did now, right? You know what they done did to them, though? Now they saying that the that the test, the DNA test is mandatory
For what?
for women's having babies.
In order to do what?
Period.
I know. So in order to get a
To
divorce.
establish paternity, but I'm just talking about at the time of birth.
Oh, okay.
Now you tell me this. Now you just tell me this right now. Just tell me right now. Why would a woman have a problem with that?
In this day and age, it should not be an issue.
Okay,
It shouldn't be an issue.
go ahead.
A DNA test should be guaranteed at this day and age.
But they trying to make that money. See, you're trying to get over.
Yeah, okay, but
No, don't do that, because then you're gonna catch us in lies.
think that okay, lie, get caught up then. Shit. What else is there? What else is I'd rather you get caught up now than me catching you up later on and something serious may happen. I'm just saying.
Right.
Think you go 5-10 years with knowing this child ain't yours. Then not what my man do? Chop her head off.
But
yeah, he did.
But that is so extreme.
I had a red cup today.
Naomi asking about the bottle.
I've been out and about, so I got a red cup today.
That shit in the car. I mean, in the house, rather.
But you do agree. I mean, because you're right. So let's explore this topic. Kelly said that there's a lot of weak dudes out there. Of course. Now look at this. This is why the courts are set up the way they are set up today, because of some goofy dudes who just go around having babies and not taking care of them, right? Creating these women who they thought was the only girl, found out that it was a side girl. You got bitter, and then threw this dude on child support.
Wait a minute. Let me stop you right quick. That they are like one of 2 or 3 of the side girls. Okay.
Yeah, right.
That's how that shit goes.
But so since the courts was set up for those guys, they just made a statute that anybody that goes through the divorce system is going to be treated like these slugs. Mm-hmm. And that is entirely unfair.
This is why the women all going there crying the same old song, so they can basically put the same kind of stamp on the file. You see what I'm saying? Okay, it sound like this sort of case. Put it with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she be lying her ass off. Baby ain't his. Yep. She was sleeping with his brother the whole damn time. Yep. All this crazy shit, stealing money out their account. You know what I'm saying? Wreck the car all the time, and now it's his fault.
I agree with you. It's not fair.
This is why I got to get that toe, man. I got to get that toe.
Get that toe.
I got to get that pinky toe, man. You can't just walk up out of here. I got to get
it. If you put it like that, that pinky toe, that's a small item. That's a small item to take.
You can still get around good. Just give me what I need to get, because I know I'm about to get toe up. So give me that pinky toe. We can extract it however you want to extract it.
Okay, anybody else would ask for the one in the middle, or a couple of them in the middle. Take them out.
But let's be really realistic. What recourse?
Because if you get the pinky toe, she got a limp.
But what?
Not go hang out. Not go have
go out. Go right.
Not go do that.
But what recourse do we have though? We can't cut off toes. We can't do none of that stuff. But what recourse do we have?
As a man, you got to sit there and suck that shit up.
Yeah, and that's what we do.
You got to suck it up and hope and pray that the next one, when you decide to do it,
next one.
If you did you hear me? If you decide to do this, that the next one is not as bad as the one that you dealt with.
Yeah.
How about it's not bad at all?
Right.
No, I'm not gonna go there because we all got faults.
Yeah.
I'm talking about bad, like
we all don't
do simple shit or something. You know what I'm saying?
We all have faults, so you're gonna find a fault in anywhere, and that's a bad thing if you ask me.
Yeah. I think if a woman just do the basics If she just follow her basic role, everybody be happy.
What's the basic role?
I was about to ask that same question.
This basic shit. Like, respect my ass so I can love you back. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause I see,
Be on my team. Be on my team so I can protect you like I need to.
What do you mean by
You know
be
what
on
I'm
your
saying?
team?
Be on my team. Like, follow my lead. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I got a plan for the family, help me put my plan together. Let's make this shit right. You know what I'm saying? Be on my team.
Mm-hmm.
Be the helpmate that you're supposed to be.
That's all I'm saying. This the basic shit.
Okay, because Naomi had the same question. She was like, "Roles."
What? She don't think there's a difference between a man and a woman?
Women expect things. I'm not gonna say a lot. I'm not gonna say whatever. Women expect things out of us. So if you're expecting something out of me, I'm going to expect something out of you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just that's a two-way street.
They think they the prize though.
No, fuck no, you're not. I'm sorry, I got to back up on that, but no, you are not the prize. You can be made to be that way, but you are not the prize. No, I'm sorry, I have to disagree with that.
Okay, so look,
With that.
Naomi says people change, and then Keela says all the time, but they don't want to talk about that. And then Naomi says a man better know his role too, but we can't help to know our rule. We don't our role. We can't help to know that because that's been pushed down our throats since we were boys.
But wait a minute, Art. A real man knows his role.
Yeah.
And that's why a real man can sit up here and honestly expect and demand. I am definitely going to say demand that the woman, I'm not going to say knows, but shows her role.
Right.
So I mean, if you want this out of me, I need that out of you. What's wrong with that?
That's where it get confused because we got to come in.
How can you get that confused?
Think about it. We got to come in right. We got to already have the typical what a man's supposed to be shit, right?
I'm talking about the real men. I ain't talking about these little fake punk ass boys that's out here now.
Right.
I'm talking about the real men.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that have stood up and have done what they needed to do and was supposed to do throughout life with their wives, kids, girlfriends, kids, whatever the case may be. I'm talking about the real ones.
Right.
Not these little punk boys out here and these little fake ass females that's out here nowadays.
Right.
You have to be, it starts with the man. It starts with the man.
Yeah. You're right.
If you're not on your game, if you're not on your point, how in the hell can you expect anybody else to follow you? But if you are doing what you're supposed to do, if one is not on that road with you, the hell am I doing with you?
Yes.
I don't need this. You are a hinder to me.
Yes.
You're a headache.
Yes.
So
right. I can't even get the grass cut. I hear you.
Be just as happy as she is in this marriage, relationship, whatever the case.
Yes, exactly.
So if you're not going to push me, push on.
Right. I heard that ain't no happiness in marriage.
I disagree with that.
I disagree.
I put it like this. That happiness is not the goal of marriage.
I'll say it's not the goal of marriage, but there is happiness in marriage.
It's a byproduct.
It's what you both make of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The happiness comes
both make of it
from everybody doing their job, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
But the purpose of marriage is not to make your ass happy.
Oh my God.
I think peace is a goal of marriage, though. Peace.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
Yeah, no problem. But look, Naomi said, a lot of men these days.
I'll say it for you.
Yeah.
Bitchified.
Yeah. And then Maddie said communication is the key. And then Keela says, like Art said, the men today want to be treated like women. And then
I didn't say that shit. When did I say that?
you didn't say it. That was the power of suggestion.
When the hell did I say that?
You didn't say that. And see, this is her. This is her saying they're natural leader. They aren't natural leaders because they don't have examples. So,
and if they don't have examples, then you have to think about who raised them in the first place.
See, she said you alluded to it. So
I didn't allude to nothing.
I
That's
know.
what you want. That's all you heard. That's what that was. That's what you heard.
Yep.
Your heart was in it. You was too close to it emotionally. I said nothing of that. Hell no, nothing like that.
So here come the estrogen.
Hell no.
Always looks out for it. She said you did, Art. You did say.
I did not say men want to be treated like women. How can I even in any way allude to I want a man to be treated like a woman? Think about me for one thing.
I didn't hear you say it at all.
Just think about me though. How would me say some shit like that?
Cut that on.
So let me ask the ladies something else.
Thank you.
Ladies, Maddie, Keela, Naomi, do you guys think that my question left.
Damn it.
Do you think that the women, since 80 to 90% of the divorces in the United States are initiated by women, that there's a problem with the women? Because I'm just asking.
I won't speak on this one.
Hey, you best not.
Maddie says, did not the Bible say that the wife and husband are to submit to one another? That's true.
No. We don't submit to one another. The woman submits to a man. There's only one way in submission.
Well, you're wrong.
Submission.
You're wrong. It does say submit one to another.
Submit one to it. So submit one. Well, we got to get the proper language of it.
Okay.
Let me put it like this: men submit to our wives differently than women submit to men. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Explain the difference.
Hey,
I will.
We supposed to submit.
You see what I'm saying? It's for him. Because submission means submission,
right?
But we don't submit like they submit. We submit to them. We submit to the things that they like. Like we have to like mind ourselves with the things of the world because our women like the things of the world. Like they like to go shopping and they like furniture and all this stuff, and they want to decorate. We have to submit to those things because you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't no. Yes, darling. Whatever you say, ma'am. Yes, and then you back the hell off. Hell no. No,
I hear you.
No, it ain't gonna be like I gotta go out here and cut this grass. You say, "Oh, you better wash these damn dishes," and I go wash them.
Yeah, you will.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you will. You out there cutting the grass?
So I'm still waiting on an answer to my question.
They ain't talking.
Oh shit!
They scared. They scared, especially Naomi. She's scared of the truth.
So Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21 says, submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of God. Then it says, wives, submit yourself to your own husband. And then for the husband is the head of the wife. But it starts off by saying submitting yourselves to one another.
Well, finish it again. You say submitting one to another, and then what did it say right after?
Oh, I didn't hit the button now. Naomi got it right here. Wives, submit to your husbands as unto the Lord, for the husband
as unto the Lord.
Yes.
It's a difference.
So see? Wait a minute now. So are you telling these women that whatever you say, she got to do?
What I'm saying,
that's unto the Lord.
You know.
But wait, before you answer, let me finish the verse because this could strengthen your answer. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything.
Everything, right? So when it says submit your husband as unto the Lord, it means as your man have to be submissive to the Lord, because that's the chain of things: God, Christ, man, woman. As we have to submit to the Lord, you have to submit to me. Damn it.
So
Naomi,
That look right there. That look right there.
She said,
hell to the law. You ain't worth a dime in Chinese money, Naomi.
So in light of that verse, how does that fit when 80 to 90% of the divorces are initiated by women, and then when the divorce is going through, the man gets the shaft?
This is why everything is like it is, because TD Jakes don't preach that. He don't preach that. He go out there and make his wife over him. Put her in a position over him.
Wait, so
all the women, they believe that no, yeah, that's my rightful place, just like Eve wanted to be.
I'm not gonna respond to that one.
Just like Eve wanted to be. See what I'm saying?
Don't respond to that one.
Naomi said, but the husband has to be submittable.
If he is a godly man, he is. So pick a godly one and you ain't got no problems.
So
pick
wait, do we she said I made that word up. But if you married a guy that's not submittable, does that fall back on your mistake?
Of course. Who was that said that you got to go court him first? Maddie?
Yeah, that was one of them. One of them said it.
Right?
Yeah,
that's what it's about. You got to go fill him out.
Keela said you married the BS. So if you married a guy that's not submittable, you married the BS. Am I right?
And now you mad. Now you want him to be different. You thought he was cute and had good hair. You thought that was all he needed, was be cute and had good hair.
Again, Naomi says people change, but people shouldn't change to the point of just snap decision. I don't want to be married no more.
Man, there wasn't no change. Motherfucker was always like that. Just need an opportunity to let it shine. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Because either
they made it that easy.
This is what I'm saying. The way society is now, it's like, hey, it's just like you leave that nigga after a while. After 10 years, you leave that nigga because you buried him now. You done outgrew him in marriage. You done outgrew your husband. That's the shit they say.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And it's kind of
like you ain't taller than me. When the hell are you taller than me? What you say, Kelly?
It's like searching for auto insurance.
I hate that shit.
What you mean?
Yeah, search for auto insurance. Every year, every 6 months, you gonna search for auto insurance. You want to trade this dude in? You want to trade that girl in? Go right ahead. It's okay.
Instead of just keeping the one you got,
instead of keeping the one you got, and
it's called looking for the bigger and better deal.
Yeah,
never satisfied.
But wait a minute, you've also heard the grass is not greener on the other side. Now you heard that?
No, it's definitely not.
But they can't tell because half of them wear contacts. And they be fake contacts. They be fake contacts too, and blind them.
Let them go ahead and search, seek, and find what you're looking for.
So I'm still waiting on my answer though. If 80 to 90% of all divorces are initiated by women, and I don't know if this includes this physical abuse, because you got to keep saying that, and it's not including cheating, but 80 to 90% of divorces are initiated by women. So is that a problem with women? And if you want to talk about people changing, is it the women changing that makes them think, oh, I can do better?
If it's the 80 to 90%, yes. It's
got to be a problem with the ladies. There's got to be some kind of thing that's getting into their heads that make them think, I could do better.
What's that show? Sassy Fox girls.
What?
What that show them girls be on? Them Fox women.
Yeah.
Vivica be on there.
Oh man, who watches that?
Diamond be on there from a Players Club. She be on there talking, and a couple other ones.
Obviously, Art watched that.
No.
Obviously.
Kiss my ass.
Well, you know what? You watch that shit.
So Naomi said 80% to 90% of divorces are initiated by women because we know it'll end in our favor.
So why get married anyway?
Yes.
You a thief.
Well,
You a
wait.
thief then. You a thief and a conniver.
That's the whole point. What you getting married for nowadays? For what?
Right. That's my point
For
of the
what?
whole show.
What's the benefit? And again, there is no benefit
For
There
the men.
is none.
It's just not. The only thing he could do is say he loves you and take care of you.
Oh, fuck that.
But
What
it is
love? Ike and Tina. What love got to do with it? Come
Yeah.
on, man. No, that it.
You know what?
gotta
People
be
always
something
want to
more
give
than that.
Ike a bad
It's
rap.
gotta be
People always
something
want to
more.
give Ike a bad rap, and they never talk about how he was abused when he was a child.
That don't mean he got to hit Tina though.
Wait.
But you know the cycle. You know the cycle.
Child. They ain't got nothing to do when he was a child.
Right. It's like, hey man.
I'm just saying, but you know the cycle of shit. You know the boys that grew up seeing their daddy hit their mama. They grew up and hit their woman too.
That's real. That's the real thing for real.
It's real. I had a friend I grew up with, and his daddy used to be all upside his mama head, and he grew up the same way.
Yeah. But the thing is,
Hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
look at Naomi.
Right.
I'll put him on mute. Naomi says Monday I wanted to be married. Tuesday I wanted to be single.
That's because your name is Naomi.
Oh, I hear you, Naomi. But I'm just saying, man, that's
Sorry.
that's a real deal, man. That's a real deal. And it's just totally unfair when a guy walks into a courtroom and it's just over for him.
You know what? I'll tell you this.
Naomi.
Oh, don't do that, Kelly. Don't open the drape because now you look dark. Yeah, now you look like you black as meat.
So again, me and Kep. You muted. You muted.
Yeah,
sir.
you muted.
It is the summertime. Hold on. I'm just not ready.
Okay.
Kelly over there going through some shit.
So what I'm saying is,
Talk shit about me when I'm around, not when I'm away.
so what I'm saying is, how can we make if a woman wants to leave a marriage for irreconcilable differences, how can we make it fair to both parties?
I'm telling you right now, the pinky toe.
Come on, man. We're talking about American justice.
Listen now, I'm sorry.
I can't help you with that.
I'm sorry, but if you notice, I always give the answer up front. And the only thing that's gonna even it out is if she leaves something that she care about.
Like what?
Whatever it is she care about.
What? Like what?
Well, I don't know what it could be. It could be a necklace she liked too much or something. She got to leave if it's gonna be even or even heading toward that direction. Considering all the shit that be happening, she got to leave something behind that she really wants.
Mm-hmm. Well,
she already leaving your ass behind. That means she don't want your ass. You see, she don't want you.
I can't help you with that answer right now. I'm in a situationship right now, and my whole thing is okay.
Okay.
Whatever you say, bye. Okay.
Because you can detach at any time.
I can detach at any time right now.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me on that point.
Yeah, I hear
well, then
you.
you don't need you don't need a pinky toe. You don't need a pinky toe.
Hell no. All I need is the keys to my car. That's it. I'm
okay. Well, you in a good position then. You in a good position because I need a pinky toe.
Yeah, you keep.
I got too much invested. I'll be
damn. I
damned.
don't want nothing that's gonna remind me of whatever it is that we dealing with that ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
at this
I ain't got
present.
to like hanging up like a chandelier. I can put it off somewhere as long as I
No,
got it. That's all that matters.
I don't want it in the basement up under the steps in a box wrapped up in a rag. I don't
I do.
want
I
it.
do.
No,
I want it wrapped in a rag. Matter of fact,
that's because, wait a minute. That's because you married.
Yeah.
You's married.
Yeah.
That's
I can't help it if I like what I got.
You better love it. Shit, you married it.
Even if I want to choke it sometime, I still like it.
Well, you know that happens though. That happens.
So Naomi says, it'll never be fair, the outcome of divorce. Sorry. And then Keela says, I think it depends on who you're married to. We walked away with what we brought. We wrote our own terms in court.
I agree with you.
And then Naomi says, when I divorced, I didn't include the friend of the court in my divorce. And Keela said they didn't either.
Why get divorced anyway?
You ain't supposed to. You're not supposed to.
Do you not love the nigga no more?
But how much can one endure? How much can one endure?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely
if you constantly being done wrong, and it ain't got nothing to do with cheating or beating, anything like that, because I don't cheat, I don't beat.
Mm-hmm.
If it's emotional, that emotional bullshit will break you down.
Mm-hmm.
That emotional bullshit will make you flip the bed on your wife while she's sitting in it. I've done it. Okay? That emotional shit will take you places that you don't need to go. So at that point, and if I got to lay some type of hands on you, I got to leave you alone. I can't deal with you. I can't be with you. I can't do it. I'm out. I'm done.
That mattress heavy though, isn't it?
Shit, nigga, you find the strength you ain't never thought you had when they piss you off.
Oh
like
man!
A woman, when her baby get trapped up under a car or something, she'll flip it over. You will flip that ass out. I'm telling you, you will flip it.
Man, out. I ain't never heard of somebody flipping the mattress over.
I can't say that I ain't done that.
We'll have that discussion off the show. We can have that one later. We can have that one later.
Man.
Yeah. So
oh my gosh. But
it's been some test of times in every relationship that you have to deal with. And go
yeah. Through. And I mean, if you
well, this is why the vows say for better or for worse, for richer or for poor.
Yeah, but you
don't just decide to quit because it's hard now and you don't know what to do. But this is what people don't do. What they supposed to do. But the problem is we ain't even taught to do this from the beginning. If you are having problems in your marriage, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take it to God. This is what you do.
Yeah.
Get back to the book, figure out who ain't doing what, or who falling short, or who ain't doing. And if everybody do what they supposed to do, then it should definitely at the least be compromised. Again, you don't get married to get happy.
No, you don't.
You don't marry for happiness.
Can I back this up again? I think we had a comment somewhere in there. Don't give me the line. Anywho, we just gonna go back. If you have the proper upbringing, and I mean from your mother and father, even if your mother and father does not stay in a relationship, in a marriage, always, if they are there to bring up and raise their children, to try to show and teach their children what it's supposed to be, I think you can come up with something. A man and a woman can come up with a good relationship.
Because you got something. You got something you both can fight for that you care about. You got something you both can fight for that you care about, and really and truly, you should care more about the other person than you do yourself.
No.
Yes, but okay, you do have something mutually that you care about. If you have children, you should try to make that work for their sake,
so they can see something and try and do it the right way.
Yes, like Maddie said, her parents had all kinds of stuff going on in 40 years of marriage, but they stayed together. So, Naomi,
I lost a lot of weight, about 30 pounds.
Yeah, 30 pounds.
All healthy, all healthy, all health, all health.
And Keela says her parents have been married for 43, and it still depends on the individual. And nobody's saying that. It's just
I
saying.
don't understand that. What that means? It still depends on the individual.
Well, wait. Naomi says
No.
you should never stay for children.
No, you should not.
I
What?
think so.
I
think
got.
so.
I
Oh
got.
hell no! Hell no!
For that reason,
Hell
I
no.
wouldn't do it.
You stay for them kids. You made them
Fuck them
kids.
kids. No, you can raise them kids out of the house just as well as you. If you and your wife is having issues and y'all arguing and fussing and fighting, let's just say even 2-3 days out of the week, how do you think that's gonna look to them kids? Just don't do it raising them up.
This is why.
Wait a minute, but my brother-in-law sitting there, but 9 times out of 10, you can't hide that shit from them because a woman is not gonna back down for shit. She's not gonna do it. So you got to go back at her somehow, some way. So you're gonna argue. The best thing what I did, I tried to keep my arguments out of the sight of my kids. I did the best I could with that. Sometimes you can't do it. Sometimes it don't happen that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm not staying in a marriage.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Just because
I would have to say.
No, I'm not doing.
I would
that.
have to say you stay for them children because you try. Look,
Mm-mm.
again,
Hell no.
again, you can't be thinking about yourself. This is why marriages don't work, because too many times people think that it's about them.
But if you
And
don't
when you are
think about yourself, how can you make your marriage and relationship better? You have
say that again.
If you do not think about yourself, how can you make anything else better?
Mm.
So you got to think about you first. You got
No, you don't.
You got to make you right before you can make your marriage right.
But you should be right and ready before you get married first.
Okay. In the beginning, yes, we all are. But there's trials and tribulations as we go through. So now, what do you do after
you can't? But you can't focus on you.
You got to go back and reflect.
You got to focus on your spouse, and hopefully your spouse is focusing on you.
But what if you the problem?
Well, then you got to go see God.
So
and this is what we don't. This is what I'm saying.
You got to talk to you. You talking to you. You got to figure out what the fuck is wrong with you. You and your wife. You are the guy.
You and your wife go see God. You and your wife got to go see God. But if you don't have nobody who really know the book and really know what to tell you, you lost. And this is what we missing, though. To the point of the whole conversation.
A lot of folks lost.
But my point
on the whole conversation, though, this is what we missing. This is why we asked the question: well, what benefit is marriage? Well, there's no benefit now because nobody does what marriage is supposed to do. Everybody take marriage and make it some personal vendetta to make it to come up, look a certain way, blah blah blah. This is why I think
I'm married. I got a husband. I got a wife.
That type of shit too, right? But then you don't stay for the children. What do you think? What do you think things like this do to children?
But like I said, you done already fucked them kids up by arguing and fighting in front of them.
But
for me to be the best person that I can be, leave me alone. Let me get with me and get with my kids and raise my kids.
Kelly,
we can be better friends. My ex-wife, we are better friends than we were husband and wife, and we can do it now. We can, although our kids are grown.
But that is I'll call it a selfish viewpoint because you worried about yourself.
But I got to worry about me before I can take care of them.
Listen, if you and your wife care more about them kids than yourselves, y'all will stay for the kids.
But you're showing the kids something because I don't give a shit how you pull that one off. Mm-hmm. You are going to if you if you in confrontation with your wife or your husband, that's going to continue to happen. It's going to continue. There's no way I can sit down with my wife right now and be like, okay, well, baby, look, we need to make this work for the kids. We need to pull it together for the kids.
Period.
She can agree. But down that line, in that process, that agreeing is going to become a disagreement. I don't care how you put it. So now you have to figure it out.
Well, then somebody lied.
You
Then
gotta work at
somebody wasn't being honest and sincere about what their intentions were.
What and
Because if you
as always, now you start talking about the selfish move. That's a selfish ass move because somebody is always going to be thinking of self then at that point. Look, and if forgive me, ladies, it's out of the female that's gonna sit up there and be like, oh well, you know, this motherfucker, he is paying the bills, he is doing this, he is doing that. Maybe I need to go on ahead and do what needs to be done and step up to the plate for a minute. For a minute. I knew a couple back when I was coming up. My next door neighbor, he always said when his kids get grown, he was going to leave his wife. What's the point? Leave her now and stop fucking them kids up.
Well,
but
I guess when they're grown, they can take.
Because you're showing your kids something totally wrong. Totally.
But at the same time, you're showing them something right.
How?
You showing them what till death do you part mean.
Yeah.
So they understand the gravity of marriage.
Yeah, because
she can put your ass in the ground.
Say what?
So she can put your ass in the ground. Death do you part.
No, look, but my point was this: staying for the kids to me meant this: that a husband and a wife will strategize to keep it together, especially if it's over some dumb crap. You'll get it together so your kids won't see this. Don't think that marriage is a bunch of fighting. Now you can say all day long that the husband, we're better friends now that we're divorced. Of course he ain't gotta live with you no more.
I ain't gotta live with
you.
You
Eliminated the problem. But the thing is, it takes real people to honor those vows and say we're gonna have to do something. We're in wedlock, and we have to do something. And you gotta present an image to these children
that you just don't turn and tuck when shit get hard. You got to sit down. You got to get together. You got to compromise. You got to have the hard conversations. You got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say people get married and think, okay, now I'm supposed to be happy. It's work.
It's work.
Marriage. Happiness has nothing to do with marriage as well as marriage has nothing to do with happiness. It takes Naomi. I just said that it takes two.
Right.
It does.
But it takes integrity.
On the same page.
So if
one is not on, right.
The integrity is you got up there and said to this person and God that you're vowing to stay with them, which is not a promise. A vow is eternal. You had to give counter to God for that vow. You didn't promise to do it, because when you get before God, you'll say, you told me you was going to stay with this person and you didn't. So
think about this too.
Hold on, Art. You should never make a vow that you know the potential is I can get out of it legally.
There you go.
Well,
exactly. You basically said what I was going to say. Because it's like you go up there, you stand up with the other person, right? One say I do, the other say I do. One of them that said I do really meant it.
Yeah.
The other one didn't really mean it.
Right.
Shit, that's pretty much in every relationship, man.
That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's why I put nowadays. That's today's society, because
today's society.
Marriage is interchangeable. You can get married and then, like you can go to Las Vegas and marry a stranger, like right now.
You can go and marry a dog, divorce the dog, become a cat, and go marry a man. These days.
Naomi said, let's talk reality. Well, we just did talk reality. And so Keela says, but people take vows and think they can treat people any old kind of way. We're not talking about treating people any old kind of way. We're talking about personality conflicts. We're not talking about Ike and Tina. We're not talking about serial cheaters. We're not talking about stuff that's damaging to somebody. We're talking about we have to find a way to get along. We have to find a way to get along, especially for these kids. But if 80 to 90% of the women keep thinking that divorce is an option that she could just keep in her back pocket, and she knows she's gonna win, that makes men like, hey man, I'm good. I ain't gotta do none of that.
See,
I ain't
I'm gonna say
trying to do
this. I don't see how she can say they take the vows and then think they can treat people how they want. That don't even make no sense. Because if you take the vow, you can't treat them how you want to. The
Yeah.
vow tells you how to treat them. Honor, respect, love, all the other BS. It's telling you what to do. It ain't telling you to treat them like jackasses. So again, we're in the same position where one person mean the vow and the other one didn't mean shit.
She said she never disagreed with me until now. That's a wonderful thing. That just means that you have a 99% chance of always being right, Naomi. But I
disagree greatly.
I still believe what I'm saying. Now, if there's some stuff that you cannot, I mean, like, okay, so let's give an example, a real life example. If you can't keep somebody else out of your marriage, like her mama is always knocking on the door, and you tell her, look, man, I can't just have your mama over every doggone day now. And I'm gonna, you give her a chance to correct it so you don't have to say nothing. And she don't correct it. And then because you said that, you made it known that I don't want to see your mama every day. She want a divorce. Because that's my mama. Well, I know that, but I ain't got to see her every day.
But that's just ignorant. But see, that's one part of the union that doesn't understand their role and their position.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
But they understand yours
role, huh?
They understand yours.
They think they do. They think they understand what the hell. They can
tell you what you need to do.
Our role is written in stone. You can't take that away from nobody. They all know that one.
Yeah. So Keela says the comment does make sense. The point I'm making is they should respect the vows as well. Who is they? We're talking both sides. Both people should
respect the vows.
All should.
The vows aren't separate. The vows aren't separate from the people.
Mm-hmm.
The vows aren't separate from the people. The people are making the vow. You say accept the vows as well as to say, well, what else are they accepting other than the vows?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's the question I'm asking. Is like, I mean, the person is making the vow.
Okay, go ahead.
Like this. I'm going to treat my wife like this. I'm going to treat my husband like this. That's the vow. I'm going to stay here until that's what you're telling the other person to their face you're going to do. So either you're true to it or you're not. If you don't do it, then guess what? You're full of shit. Period. It's easy.
Hey, you got a little computer voice going on.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, it sound like a robot.
I'll be back.
All right. So in the meantime, Naomi says 4 grounds for a Christian to divorce the adultery. Mm-hmm. Adultery is one breakdown. Jesus specifically mentions, okay, adultery is justifiable. Addiction, yep. Addiction will consume everything in its path. Got you. Abuse, got it. Most often we think of physical abuse, but abandonment and finally brokenness can result. Mm-hmm. And that's why I said at the beginning, all of those things that's off the table because we can understand that. But like stuff I'm talking about, like you said you don't drink, but all of a sudden you drink. Your mama knocking on the door every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and she give you a break on Wednesday, or you got uncontrollable kids, that kind of stuff. We should be grown enough to not make divorce an option. We should always go into marriage thinking that it's going to be forever. But as soon as you get to a place where I'm unhappy, I'm going to leave. I mean, and it's not one of these reasons Naomi said. It's like, grow up some.
Let me add something to Naomi's thing. Jesus came along, though, and said that from the beginning, it wasn't so.
Right.
So we argue for, well, we got some reasons, but those are the reasons that Moses allowed because Israel was so hard-headed and so hard-hearted.
Right.
But Jesus clarified from the beginning, it wasn't meant to be.
Right.
You stuck.
And
we know he came to magnify the law, which means make you look a little deeper into it.
Yes.
So now instead of just doing the act of adultery, thinking about it is the same as doing it.
Right. Now, Art, you said something really key earlier. You said that we both parties, if they can't if your spouse is acting fruity and nutty, you need to go to God. And if you run to divorce before you run to God, that means you don't have any faith that God can fix this situation. Because I know about 4 couples I can name that was on the verge of divorce. And one of them decided, I am going to sick God on this dude. And I'm not going to say a word, but I'm going to complain to God. I'm going to tell him what was going on. And one of the people, I can name him now, is Fred Price and his wife. Crenshaw Christian Center, the one that passed away a couple years ago. His wife said, Fred wasn't the Fred y'all see. I had to get God on him. And not only did God turn him around, but it made him a pastor. So are you saying to me that divorce can do it better than God? Come on.
What they saying is that they know better than God do.
There it is.
Well, you know.
She said,
are you going to stay with the crackhead? Are you going to marry a crackhead?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It all goes back in a circle because Keela said you married the BS. Well, hey, here we go. But let's just say they wasn't a crackhead when you got married and they became.
I'm about to say, what if you didn't know it was BS when you married?
Well, then you drove them to smoking crack then.
But see, okay, so look, here's an interesting thing. Keela says Pastor Price was worth saving to her. But okay, but that's how every spouse should be worth saving.
But wait a minute. That's what I'm saying. How is that even a statement? This is what it's a disconnect. It's a serious disconnect these days. There's no way you can say that she felt like he was worth saving. Damn it, that's your husband.
Yes.
The only way to God is through him. She figured out he was worth saving.
So Keela said, why would you want to stay with somebody that don't want to stay with you? Well, if the person, listen, I've been in that situation. If the person don't want to stay with you,
choke them out.
You have to allow them to leave, because the Bible says if someone leaves you, you're free from the repercussions of that broken marriage if they leave you, but except for certain situations. But if they if you leaving because they leaving, that's like you didn't pick me on your team, I'm taking my basketball, going home. It's just silly stuff. And Naomi says people change. That's like the 5th time she said this. But
what do they change into, Naomi?
And change back. Shoot.
What do they change? What even if they don't change back, what do they change into?
Yeah.
Maybe they change into crackheads. And maybe you had something to do with it too. Maybe he tried weed. You fussed at him about weed. You said, fuck weed. I need something stronger. He would have just been smoking weed if you left him alone.
Damn, you just start with weed. Why ain't you come with something lesser than that? Jesus.
Cigarettes, then. I don't know. Shit.
So my whole point is this. It's very easy for a woman to change and decide she wants to be out of a marriage because she knows the cards are stacked in her favor.
She did not change. She was always like that. She just decided to do what she was going to do when the opportunity was best suited for her benefit.
Mm-hmm. And that's as long. Wait a minute. That's as long as the kids is under 18.
Maybe. Get
that child support. You rack
maybe. Yeah, right.
So you got
know
to
what
be
I'm saying?
very, very, very careful and examine people that you're dating, because my pastor said something today. He's like, if you're having trouble while you're dating, don't expect anything different with just because it's married. In fact, it'll probably be amplified.
Wait a minute. And like I said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the change right there, the amplification.
Yeah.
I'm killing them with this one. Oh,
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. All right. I see your point. I got
Yep.
you. I back the hell up so quick. I'm running.
Opportunity always shows you who a person genuinely is. Opportunity.
True.
What-
That's true.
What opportunity? What
But that's
opportunity?
truth, though. Whatever the opportunity is, it always shows you what a person really is.
But
It
what?
will.
But what would be the opportunity? Like, okay, I had the opportunity. What opportunity? Like, we was at the movies and I saw some shit. I don't get it.
They could be at the movies. All right, me and you had a similar conversation to this already. I ain't gonna bring that one up right now. But yeah, we had a similar conversation. Think about it. Think about it.
Well, I think she's saying the longer you date, you know, the skeletons bones start coming out the closet.
Mhm.
You start seeing what you really got.
Yep.
And that's why you shouldn't have short engagements.
You cannot be
And
blind.
that's why you can't be humping the whole time.
Ooh, true.
Because you really ain't gonna see it for what it is. You're gonna be
I agree
starstruck.
to that. I agree to that.
Yeah.
Make one sweat. Make one sweat.
It ain't even the sweating. It's just make them prove themselves first.
Yeah, that's what I'm
First,
saying.
prove yourself.
Make one sweat. Make somebody go through these emotions and changes and carrying on in life.
If they were the woman I wanted to marry, and I knew that she was a good woman, she was a God-fearing woman, and she was like, you got to be proved first. No coochie, no touching, no kissing, no nothing until we get to go ahead. Guess what I'm gonna do?
Ooh.
All right then.
Right. That's it. Right there.
All right then.
I agree with you. I'm on board with that.
Mm-hmm.
But we on the same page. We
You got to
like-minded.
be.
Now,
You
what if I
have
was a
to be.
different type of dude though?
You
Right? What if I was the type of dude like, well, I'm just trying to really get it, really. I mean, we can get married, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really into marriage, really, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then, at
It'd be
that
different.
point, you already know you ain't worthy of shit. You're not worthy of it. You're not ready for any of it.
No humping.
You thought that was funny.
Right.
Yes, Naomi, no humping. No humping. And I know you like all different kinds too. So
Oh,
just
shit.
cut it out.
So Keela says, I'm saying opportunity, whatever it is, will show you their heart and what they would rather do.
Yeah.
Well, keep them legs closed and you'll never be fooled.
I love I love to say time tells all.
It does. It does. It does. Because people can't help it.
If you're a patient person, sit back and wait. I guarantee you're gonna have a good laugh and a good cry at the end of the day. You be all right. You're gonna be all right.
And maybe you have to get that pinky toe too.
Oh, we back on that. So the reason I brought this subject up is because women hold the key to sex. Ain't no sex happening unless that lady opened the door.
Or if you go buy a lamb. But go ahead. A sheep.
But we men
in this show,
we hold the key to matrimony.
That's right.
Because ain't nobody getting married without us asking, right? So just like a woman is really careful about sex, like very careful, like I don't really know if I want to be tied in with you.
When was this?
Back in the 50s.
Had to be, because when I was growing up,
unless you going with these new age mofos now, she asking to get married. She asking somebody, you want to marry?
Now they walk around talking about I want an alligator to bite me on the thing in publicity. Did you hear the woman over there? She was in Europe or Paris or something. And she walked around talking about she wants somebody to bite a hole in the coochie or something. This is nasty.
Oh man,
it was horrible. Why you looking at her like, oh my God?
That's what your problem is. You need to stay off that shit. That's some crazy shit.
So we can agree.
It's bad these days.
Out of all of the points that we made, we can agree that there's really no benefit for a man.
If I'm gonna put it real gangster like,
Not these days. Not these days.
if the heifer crazy, no. If the nigga crazy, no. That's it.
Oh man. Okay.
That's it.
So let me
That's it. What I mean, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If,
I hear you.
if the man right and the woman right, you can get married and be cool.
Right.
If one of them niggas is crazy, or both, you can forget it.
Right. Well, let me say this. As we start wrapping this up, man, we gotta give our takeaways. Everything that we said, Brother Kelly, what you taking away from this discussion?
I'm still gonna take away. I don't think there's too many benefits in a man getting married. I just, I'm sorry. I'm at a brain fart or something other right now.
You full of shit too.
Yeah, well, you know what? I ain't right now. I'm good for nobody. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm good for nobody. I ain't gonna lie. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't see the benefit of marriage right now at this present point in my life. But I know that there can be one.
Yes.
There can be one, but you both have to work at it, and you got to go at it hard, strong,
and consistent
with God in your life first.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
This is the benefit of marriage. This is the benefit of it. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the benefit.
We
okay?
do not want to hear your benefit of shit.
Just listen to me now. Listen what I got to say. I'm serious with the shit. Okay. The benefit of marriage is what? Oh, he muted himself. Good. You still muted too. You still muted. You gonna give me the finger. But what I'm gonna say?
Go ahead.
Take away. Bottom line is, there are benefits to marriage for men. The problem is that these days, you're probably gonna end up on the losing end because it's hard to find somebody that's probably like-minded. So if you a man and you a marriage-minded man, it's hard to find a marriage-minded woman who ain't been tapped 43 times already. And most times she's not going to be marriage-minded because you've been tapped 43 times.
At that point, she's not marriage material.
So exactly. So if that's the pool that you got to choose from, no, there are no benefits because you don't get nothing pure and it ain't yours and it ain't ever going to work right for you any damn way. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can catch one of them Filipinos, then you might be all right.
See this is that art. That's going that needs to be another topic. That needs to be another topic because now you start talking about us American black men stepping outside of our race, going to date something else.
And Art ain't got no parts of that.
But to go get you a Puerto Rican
ass, no, he does not. But that's going to be a good topic.
Get you a Puerto Rican.
Would you? Wait a minute. Would you?
They're crazy too. They act like the American women now.
I won't have Eddie.
Maybe a Dominicana. But I tell you this, marriage is good, man. Sometimes you end up going through shit, but when you can really sit down with your wife and y'all can come to an understanding, like, hey, look, this is why I'm wrong, this is why you wrong. We can figure this shit out. We try and compliment each other, and you know what I'm saying, and be right with each other. And then, after all that, you can lay down at night next to something soft and grab a couple things you like to grab on and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then go ahead and get wild with it, just rip everything off and go wild and just, you know what I'm saying?
So you just fucked everything up. I was going to say that. But it's all about communication with your mate, with your wife, your spouse, whatever. Communication and longevity. Because, if you don't have that longevity, you're not going to have that good communication.
Yeah.
You're not.
Right.
I think I might run on up here right now and grab her right now.
You know what? Good night.
But let me give my takeaway. My takeaway is nowadays there's some corrupt communication going across the United States, that men don't take care of their children, especially black men. Black mamas just want a handout. They just want, they just, gold diggers. They marry for money. They marry for status and advancement. Nobody's going to admit to that. But look how the stuff is structured. The structure of the judicial system says as soon as a man comes in, gut him. As soon as the woman comes in, give her whatever she wants. So the court system is reflecting everything that people don't want to admit that they actually are there for. And I'm saying that's wrong, because you got some men who just have conflict with their wives call it quits, and you get labeled as a guy who has abandoned his children. So you finna pay the uttermost farthing, as the Bible says, unfairly, which creates a scenario for the man. Why should I even step in this arena again ever in life? And it's a good question he should ask himself. That's why the purpose of this show.
Yeah, I need to chime in on this one at that point. Men, if there's any men watching, if there's any men that's going to look at this later on down the line, there is help. There is help for us. Do your research. Do your research before you just jump into anything and just say, "Oh, I'm gonna leave her," or she's trying. Even if she's trying to divorce you, do your research.
Mm-hmm.
You do. We do have rights. We do.
Yes.
And if you're a poor man and a prenup ain't really gonna work because you ain't got nothing,
well, shit, don't matter.
Put that pinky toe in the prenup.
I don't want no pinky toe.
I'm getting something of value out of this.
No pinky toes, no nothing.
So Art is saying she's gonna leave something behind that she gonna need in the future. That's what he's saying.
Go down to that hot girl summer lemonade. Go down there limping.
So you gonna remember everything, huh? Good times, bad times. How you gonna move forward? How you gonna move forward if you're doing that?
Well, let me say this.
I'll figure it out.
So that we appreciate y'all coming on to the show. Let me thank everybody that participated. Keela B, Naomi, Maddie, and those were we had a room full of people, but those are the ones who participated, because I appreciate that. Everybody who came in and participated. I was going to say precipitation. And the 50 people that came into the room. I
had some siblings that joined, but them motherfuckers didn't say nothing. So but yeah, they was on me. And I know you hear me.
Hey, if you stop buying them beer all the time, they act right.
Wait a minute, we in different states. I can't buy shit.
Okay, so look, Art, you want to tell them what the next show topic is before we go?
Who the hell is most hypocritical, men or women?
Who is most hypocritical?
Who are the biggest hypocrites?
Men or women? That's Art's topic for next time, y'all. So Naomi, you gotta make some. Oh, Naomi,
stop! Don't do that right now.
Already, she didn't put her vote in. Yeah, Naomi. So I'm trying to get into Naomi's schedule so she can be live on the show like I want her to be on this one.
Oh, that's gonna be.
We're gonna have to send Naomi some chocolates.
So in the meantime, y'all, we appreciate y'all joining us. Please share this podcast. We appreciate all the love that we've been getting. And so we will catch y'all on the next. Oh, check that out. What's up, Joe? What up, Joe? So Naomi says she down. We got to get somebody else, another lady. We got to get Keela, because Keela likes to fight. I don't know why. But anyway,
bring it on.
So all right, we'll catch y'all on the next go round. Peace out.
Good night. Peace.